Instead of brunching and partying, your idea of a good time is cuddling up on the sofa with a nice book or watching your favorite program. This one might be a good fit for you. Those who prefer to remain alone consider this a victory. When they go a whole day without speaking to anybody. 1. You're a very private person. Whatever is going on, no one will ever know. You may have won the largest job promotion of your life, or you could be suffering with your startup. Without any celebrations or consolation, you face with the greatest and worst of moments on your own. Furthermore, you do not feel compelled to share these times. You can think it's absolutely pointless, or you just don't want to waste your time on it. In any case, you're a private person who prefers to do your business without involving others. 2. You like to do most things by yourself. Were you the child in class who wanted to work alone all the time? Did you ever shy away from group tasks and activities? Do you have a habit of sitting alone in a coffee shop? Being alone might help you get perspective and arrange your thoughts, which is probably why you prefer to accomplish things alone. Most individuals would feel uncomfortable or ashamed if they were spotted alone at a movie theater or restaurant. However, doing things alone gives you a sense of empowerment, freedom, and relaxation. 3. You aren't glued to your smartphone. It's difficult for people to put their phones down in this day of social media and quick pleasure. However, this is not the case for you. You don't want to expose the most intimate facts of your life to the entire world. Nobody would ever know if you had a fantastic pizza for lunch or are vacationing on an island. You dislike needless phone calls and boring text messages, so you only call or text when absolutely essential, and you ignore social media. 4. You're out of reach for long periods of time. Is your family accustomed to you not answering the phone or simply disappearing? They used to be concerned that they wouldn't be able to speak to you for days or months at a time, but they now realize that your capacity to socialize has limitations. You just don't feel forced to keep in touch all of the time. So if you're not picking up your phone, it's more than likely that you're recharging by doing something you enjoy, such as reading or creating art. Learning and making things is a far more helpful method for you to spend your time than keeping up with the newest family news. 5. You prefer to work as a freelancer. Team player is something you would never mention on your resume. Working with a group of people is the most tiresome thing you've ever done, which is why a 9-to-5 job isn't for you. The structures are too stiff, there are too many unnecessary regulations to follow, and don't even get me started on workplace Christmas parties and writing birthday cards. You produce your finest work when you're alone, in charge of your schedule and have complete creative control. 6. You don't like going to social events. Why spend New Year's Eve with a bunch of intoxicated individuals shrieking at the top of their lungs when you could spend the night doing something you enjoy? The majority of the time, you consider a social function to be something that consumes your time. That's because you place a high value on your time and don't want to waste it on something you don't love. It doesn't imply you despise spending time with your buddies. It simply indicates that you want the encounter to be significant rather than a short moment enhanced by alcohol. 7. Your headphones are your armor. Do you put your headphones on mainly to avoid having to talk to people? Most of the time, you're probably not even listening to music. You just want to keep outsiders at a distance. You wear headphones everywhere you go, whether you're grocery shopping or just going down the street, to appear unapproachable. It helps you keep the rest of the world at bay, helping you feel more at ease both physically and spiritually. 8. You don't like sharing your bed with anyone. While most individuals want to cuddle up with that particular someone at night, you simply want your own bed. It's good to have someone, but not at the price of your privacy and duvet. Who wants to wake up to the sound of heavy snoring or sleep talking? That's a risk you can't afford to take. Sleep, like alone time, is extremely valuable to you. 9. Drama isn't your thing. Many individuals can't seem to stay away from drama, and others actively manufacture it. But you can't stand it and don't want to be a part of anybody else's. If you ever tell a narrative, it isn't theatrical, and you would never reveal a secret that someone trusted you with. You make a point of avoiding anything needless or unreasonable. And, because you don't want other people interfering in your life, you strive to do the same in other people's lives. 10. You enjoy traveling solo. Most individuals travel with friends or family, or they may hire a tour guide to learn about a new location. You, however, are not one of them. Being in a new country where no one knows you has a certain allure for you. You're also free to do things on your own. Besides, traveling with others has its drawbacks. There's always someone who wants to do something different, sleeps late, complains about walking too much, or wants to do something else. When it's your vacation, you don't see why you should make concessions, especially when you paid for it. As a result, it's simpler to do things your own way. 11. You're happiest alone. When you're alone, you're at your most relaxed and pleased. You're not under any pressure to impress or compromise, whether you're at home, at a coffee shop, a library, or in a strange country. Instead, you're going about your business as usual, unconcerned about what others might think. Your choices are a reflection of your true self, which is the core of independence. Unlike the majority of people, loners genuinely love being alone. You use your alone time to think, organize, create objectives, and achieve them. You function best alone and are unconcerned about seeming cool or impressing others with your way of life. Not that being an outcast is always easy, but you wouldn't swap it for anything. What do you think? Can you see yourself on this list?